Be careful, everyone. This video will contain spoilers for The Crafting Dead Season 1 on the ReesePlaysGamez channel. You have been warned. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of The Crafting Dead AfterShow. I'm your host, Jackie Blader. And in this episode, we will recap Season 1 of The Crafting Dead. We will also have a special interview with ReesePlaysGamez, and then we will also have another interview with Reese, Vance, and Adam, and Luke will join us then. We then will give the release date of The Crafting Dead Season 2 Trailer 1, and we will then tell you the next The Crafting Dead AfterShow when it will air. So in the first episode of The Crafting Dead, Reese, the main character, wakes up to the zombie apocalypse. Little does Reese know, Reese did not get to experience the very beginning. It has almost been about 5 months since the apocalypse began. Now, Reese ends up having to kill his first walker, and then, which is a zombie, by the way, and then he meets Adam, probably one of our favorite characters. But then Adam and Reese hear a truck coming by, so they hide. Well, it's not even a truck, it's a van. So then Adam's friend, Vance, comes out of the van, and they all join the talk. Once Adam convinces Vance to let Reese into the van, it's too late, and another group pulls around the corner. Little do we know, that group is our main antagonist, Brock. Brock ends up capturing Reese, Adam, and Vance, and this leads to Episode 2. In Episode 2, Reese, Vance, and Adam are now in Brock's prison, where they have to try to escape. Now Reese is knocked out and interrogated by Brock. Then a prison escape alarm goes off when Adam tries to escape. Brock ends up dropping Reese's now #1 weapon, and Reese goes out and kills 3 of Brock's men looking for Adam. Brock wasn't able to take on Adam alone, so Brock fled the scene. But then Vance gets shot by one of the men. Adam shoots the guy that was shooting, and then Reese, who follows right behind Vance, and gets shot again. This then leads up to the scene where Reese and Adam have a talk. Then the group's leader, Luke, walks in, and this is the very first time we ever see Luke. Now it is time for Episode 3 of The Crafting Dead. When Reese finally rests up, Vance still got shot pretty hard, so Vance has to keep it steady. But then, in order for a bonding situation, Reese and Luke go on a supply run together. Reese and Luke end up shopping at this raiding at this old Target. Little do they know, Reese's #1 companion ends up being there. The little kid known as Cody. Now Cody ends up is shot in the leg, and he needs some medical assistance. Thankfully, Reese and Luke get him out there just in time before a walker ends up killing Cody. Then they all get back to the base. Reese has this hallucination of him being mauled by walkers. But then Reese wakes up and goes to sing a song to Cody while Cody rests. Reese ends up saying the last goodbye from the Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies end credits, and what Pippin's saying in The Return of the King. Now in Episode 4, Reese ends up finally talking to Vance, but then Vance says he might get up after a little while. It's probably been about 4 weeks now, and Reese is still a little nervous about the group. Reese ends up having a chat with Adam that leads to Vance actually coming downstairs. This then leads to the part where Cody actually tells Reese's backstory later that night. Cody actually is just a normal kid, having had a family, but ended up having to kill most of his family members. Then in episode 5, Reese ends up getting woken up by Adam in the middle of the night. Adam brings Reese downstairs because he has something to tell Reese. Reese ends up finding the worst thing possible, finding the fact that a ton of zombies have surrounded the outer rim of their base. Reese is then given a ton of gear to go out and fight the Horde. Reese ends up thinning most of the Horde, but he has to head back inside because he's about to regurgitate because of the zombie blood. Then later that day, Cody ends up fixing the van that was destroyed by Brock's men. Now that the van is fixed, they have a chance. The rest of the group has a chance to relocate. But then the end of the episode, where we see Luke in the door. We see Luke in a room by himself, holding rotten flesh. This then leads to episode 6, where Reese wakes up in the middle of the night to smell something awful. Next thing he knows, he is smelling someone's dead corpse. Reese then ends up rushing to go get Adam, and Adam gets a few doctors. The doctors try to tell Reese, we're gonna help him, but you cannot hurt him. The shop man is turning into a walker, so Reese has to go over to him, pull out his pistol, and kill the innocent man. This then leads to Luke telling everyone, including Vance, Adam, and Reese, to gather up a group of people to go to this army base that Luke's men located. But Adam decides to stay at the base to help thin the Horde, and then Luke tells them to bring Jack, that was a locksmith before the apocalypse, saying he could be a huge help. So Reese takes Vance, Jack, and Cody to go for the guns at the army base. Reese, Cody, Jack, and Vance are now in the middle of some forest near the army base. They still have to locate it, and this is episode 7. But at the end of the episode, they end up finding an unpleasant surprise. They find that Brock is nearby. Reese, Vance, Cody, and Jack are now in hot pursuit in episode 8. Reese ends up tripping and falling into a ditch, knocking him out. Reese, Vance, and Jack then end up waking up next to a wall. And Cody is behind a pane of glass with Brock. Brock demands that Reese tells him where their base is. Reese denies it and says, "I will not put my friends in danger." And then Brock says, "By not telling me, you're doing exactly the opposite." And then Brock tries to shoot Cody in a place where it will hurt, but Cody dodges the bullet barely, but it lands right in his leg. Now Brock let walkers into the room, so now Reese, Vance, Jack, and Cody have to make a quick escape. Sadly, the doors shut in front of Jack, and Jack gets mauled by walkers. Now we're going into episode 9, where Reese ends up finding Brock again. And then Reese runs up to Brock and then kills Brock. He kind of goes a little bit brutal because he hates the fact that Brock has ruined everything possible for him and his group. Then, in episode 10, the finale, Reese, Vance, and Cody are now heading back to the base. Little do they know walkers have doubled in hordes. Reese and Vance and Cody now barely get into the base, where they find Adam. Adam ends up telling them that he has no idea what's going on or where Luke is. Reese asks, Adam, do you have any idea what's going on? Where's Luke? And then Luke says, right here. Luke then explains that he's the one that let the horde outside, that let everything go down. He killed the rest of the group members, and now Luke killed the rest of the group members, and this meant this is bad. Reese now says, you're a traitor, I am going to kill you. But then Luke goes and tries to shoot Reese and misses Reese and hits Adam. Adam then gives his last dying breath, and then Reese tries to shoot Luke. Luke instead knocks out Vance and Cody, and Reese runs up to Luke. Luke knocks Reese out. Reese then turns around and finds that Adam had turned into a walker. It was probably the most devastating thing we've ever seen on this show. And probably the most devastating thing we'll ever see on this show. And the most devastating part was Reese had to put the editors had to put sad music in the end of it, in the death scene, and Reese took forever to put Adam out of his misery. Reese then has this whole speech like, Adam will be avenged, I will kill Luke even if it's the last thing I ever do. And then it played the theme song, and that was the end of the episode. Hey everyone, and welcome, ReesePlaysGamez! Hi everyone, how's it going? Reese, how does it feel to be on the show? Feels great. What? Now, I know I'm just gonna jump into some questions, okay? What do you think that the finale of The Crafting Dead Season 1 will have an impact on Reese? So, Reese, how do you feel that I know I'm rephrasing this, but how do you feel that the finale, how do you feel that the season finale, what do you think the impact will be on Reese? Well, knowing Reese's character, he pretty much acts like me in real life, but Reese's character, he's more of a, I read the script, I can't tell you anything, sadly, but right, it's so hard to say without spoiling anything. If I had to say it, if I didn't know anything that happens, he's probably gonna be like more independent. He's probably gonna be like more independent. He's gonna be more like, I just feel like he's gonna be more ruthless, and he's gonna be angered easily, and he's gonna kill without reason. He's just gonna be that one character that everyone doesn't like for that season. And why do you think this? Well, the fact that Reese has lost two very important people to him, well, one very important person to him, and the fact that now he has to raise a kid and try and find civilization to live. I feel like this will be stressing for Reese, and it's not going to be too pretty. Well, thank you, Reese, for that answer. Did you enjoy filming this season? Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a great experience meeting everyone. It was just awesome. And what? I forget the question I was gonna ask. Oh yeah, what is your favorite episode? This is a hard one. Episode 1 was probably not my favorite. Episode 2, still no. My favorite episode would have to be the finale. Why do you think the finale was such a good episode? Well, I felt like it just had the best story development, character development. I feel like it's just gonna have better that part of the season just had the worst impact on the rest of the characters, and I feel that is going to be a big obstacle in season 2. So that's why I like it. Yes, I like it when there's a huge cliffhanger at the very end and we don't know what's gonna happen next. Well, you've heard it from Reese here. ReesePlaysGamez from the Crafting Dead. Now welcoming to the stage Vance and Adam from the Crafting Dead. So hey Vance, Adam, how does it feel to be here? It feels great, dude. Yes, it's it's quite an experience. Well, that's great to hear, guys. So I'm gonna basically ask you the same questions that I asked Reese earlier. So Vance, Adam, how do you think? Well, Vance, we'll start with you. How do you feel that Adam's death is gonna impact your character? Well, I feel that Adam's death is going to be probably a very hard thing for me, Reese, and even Cody to deal with. If Adam still lived, it would be if I read the script, season 2 would be a lot easier for the characters. Oh, so it's gonna be a pretty hard season? Vance, shut up. Okay, Reese. Okay. Well, I just wanna... What happened to your accent? Oh, it's for the show. They want me to they want me to talk like this. But this is how I really talk in real life. But, anyway. So Adam's death, it's gonna be a pretty hard thing for Vance to deal with, considering Vance was best friends with Adam even before the apocalypse. Yeah, I get that. I truly get that. How do you think it's gonna impact the character? I think that Vance is just gonna be more down in the dumps. He's just gonna be more of like the careful one, like, should we trust these people? Should we not? And Adam, how do you feel about your death? Well, my death actually, I could see it coming from the very, very beginning of the season. And it's gonna be hard to leave these guys. It has been a great why didn't we start like May? Like, we started filming in June. We started filming in April. So we started filming in April, and so it's been a great about April, like the 4th month till like the 11th. It's been a great It's been a great 7 months. It's just been amazing experience, and I'm so sad that I have to leave the show. But in order for these characters to get the feels, I have to leave. And how do you feel about your death? Well, technically, I just told you, but I just feel it's gonna be a hard thing. for all of our characters to deal with. Cody, Vance, Reese. It's just going to be a really difficult process for all of these characters to go through. So guys, we apparently were out of time because Luke is about to show up. But Vance, Adam, Reese, I hope you guys have had a great experience so far, and soon you will be welcoming Luke to the stage. So hey everyone, and welcome Luke to the stage.
Hello.
So Luke, I actually have one question for you, and this is a very important question. How was the filming of The Crafting Dead Season 1?
I loved it. I loved the whole plot. I love everything.
You loved it? Like,
yeah,
how was it?
I loved it.
How was the experience? Like, did you have any laughs? Did you try and tweak the script?
I think I tweaked the script a little.
Yeah, he kind of did. He did a lot. Yeah, it was kind of... He tweaked it a little bit. So, Luke, how do you feel that your impact on the season finale is going to have an impact on Reese and Vance? Luke? Mr. Luke. Luke, Mr. Luke. Sorry, folks, we kind of lost Luke for a second. He kind of spaced out. Okay. Luke, so, again, like I said, what do you think the impact on Reese and Vance, of your character's impact on Reese and Vance, how do you feel that will impact Season 2?
Just because, like, I ruined the base and everything, I think they're going to have a hard time living and finding food, since food is scarce in the apocalypse. And, I think I'm just impacting their ways of survival.
Excellent answer. Reese, Vince, you have anything to add to that? Actually, yeah, I 100% agree with Luke that his impact on the characters, but I feel like his impact, like, I don't know. Okay, Luke, I want you answer something like not an impact on their survival, but an impact on the way they act, the way they try to survive. How do you feel that will be the impact?
Restate that question for me one more time.
Like, how do you think your character's impact on the thing your character did in the finale? How do you feel that will affect the characters, not the way they survive, but how they act?
Since since Adam's death, I feel like Reese has been devastated, and all their group has been devastated since their loss. So I feel like I made an impact on their attitude and their, what's the word I'm looking for? Their will, their will to survive, because, like, they're so down, everybody's, like, so upset. It could get them, like, that emotional, like, state could get them killed, because, some people just want to give up after deaths.
I get exactly what you're saying, and I feel like this will be the last question. Luke, what do you think your character's next move would be, since you haven't read the scripts yet?
I think what I would do, my next move, would probably be sabotage their equipment and probably attract another horde to their base.
But what happened? Like, what would be the next move for your character? Survival. Like, would you just keep trying to kill Reese's group, or would you focus on your survival for a little bit before you went back to attack Reese?
I think I'd focus on my survival and give the element of surprise.
Excellent. That's a true villain. That's what a true villain would do. And everyone, I hope you enjoyed so far. We'll be back right after this short break. So everyone, we have finished our interviews. They are still hanging out to find out things they don't even know about but somehow the host knows. So I know the date of when the first trailer of The Crafting Dead Season 2 will come out. The first trailer, not episode, trailer. The date of the first trailer is a Christmas present. It airs on December 25th, 2016, and it will be an excellent trailer, and then we will, and also after that, on December 26th will be another The Crafting Dead AfterShow. That's when we will just talk about the trailer, recap, find the Easter eggs, and try and meld what this could mean.
Wait, there are Easter eggs?
Luke, what did you say?
Wait, there are Easter eggs?
Like, we might find some Easter eggs that the directors and editors could have put in to help us predict what could happen in the following season.
Yep.
So, I really hope you will all check out our episode on December 26th. It will be the second episode of the Crafting Dead After Show, where we will just recap what happened in the trailer and talk through it, just point out every little thing. We won't go frame by frame, but we will try and point out a lot of things. I actually will not be your host. Reese will actually be your host, but he will...
Who's the host right now?
Who's the host?
Yeah.
Luke, do you even listen? My name is Jackie Blader. I am the host of the Crafting Dead After Show.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
You just didn't know my name, right?
No.
Good. Well, since you weren't here, I guess, at the very beginning when I announced my name, I get it. So, anyway, my name is Jackie Blader. I hope you enjoyed the season 2 trailer number 1 will comes out on December 25th. It's a Christmas present, and then the Crafting Dead After Show will air the following day. We'll recap the trailer, and we will basically find all Easter eggs, and then we will make a prediction for the season premiere. This is Jackie Blader. You all have been amazing. Say goodbye to the cast one last time. You will not see all of these characters until probably, we don't know yet, but it will be a few months until you actually see these characters, except for Reese, because he will host the Crafting Dead After Show number 2. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. It's been an amazing episode, and anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all later, and don't forget, we all want to survive the zombie apocalypse. Right, everyone?
No.
I've been Jackie Blader. You have all been awesome. Good night!